Hello, readers. This book is going to have heat, spice, and fire, so I suggest a cold drink for this one. Today we are going to Washington to listen to Fight by Sloan St. John, read by T.R. Reading Nook. Enjoy. 1. Scotty. The fluorescent lights flicker in the dingy municipal office, but it doesn't seem to bother anyone here. It's quiet, save for the clacking of keyboards and mouse clicks coming from nearby cubicles and offices. Occasionally, the silence is broken by a ringing phone. I straighten my press slacks. The dryers in the women's locker room didn't get hot enough to pull all the wrinkles out of my cotton blouse, but it got most of them. Living out of a suitcase will do that. Living out of a car will do that. Hopefully, my attire isn't a make-or-break factor for getting this EMT job. If I get the offer, I'll be able to put a deposit down on a small studio apartment in Sky Ridge. The landlord said I could pay with cash on a month-to-month basis. I've already agreed to take it, sight unseen. As long as it has a roof, 4 walls, and a bathroom, I don't care what it looks like. I've already listed it as my address on my paperwork, and so far, no one has checked. A man steps out of one of the offices. "Hi, Prescott. I'm Noah. We spoke on the phone earlier." I school my face into a smile and glance up into the kind eyes of a large man. He's the hiring manager of this municipal office, where they handle some openings for county resources like the EC position I'm hoping to land. Rising to my feet, I eagerly take his hand. "Yes, so nice to meet you." Gripping his palm, I maintain a firm handshake. I'm not weak. I have my qualifications, I've done this job before, I've completed all the paperwork. I've earned this on my own. I'm ushered into high office and take the chair across from his desk, while he takes his EA on the other side. The tan metal desk is littered with papers and calendars. Swallow as he sifts through the piles until he snatches up a manila folder. When he opens it, I see my name. "It appears all your quals and packets are up to date," he mutters, flipping through some of my application paperwork without looking at me. I nod. "Yes, sir. How soon are you wanting to start?" "As soon as possible." Was that too quickly? I don't want him to know how desperate 1 a.m. I think we can accommodate that. He flips through the papers again, searching for something. "Did you have your vaccine records faxed over?" "Shit. Oh, I thought I did." I lie, leaning forward for emphasis, as if I'm surprised they aren't in the file. "My apologies. Would it be all right if I email a copy of them this afternoon?" "That's fine." He closes the folder. As you know, we have an opening for an EMT at the Sky Ridge Fire Department. It's off County Road 2, not far from here. I've driven by it at least a dozen times, each time saying a whispered prayer to the hiring gods. With this being such a small town, the competition is down, putting the odds in my favor. They've got a great crew over there. "I think you'll fit in well." He slides another paper from the folder. It looks like an offer letter. My heart gallops and I bite back tears. 36 hours a week, at 3 on, 4 off. Perfect. I'm used to working 12s. Pays $21.50 an hour. Great. Please let me sign. 18.100. Any other questions? No, sir. I'd love the job. He grabs a pen, seemingly pleased to have me out of his hair. Excellent. I've already drawn up the offer letter. He hands it over for me to glance at, and I nod, resisting the urge to squeal. "We'll hold on to it until we get your vax records. After you send that over and everything looks good, then I'll email a copy of the offer letter. Just sign and email it back. That way you don't have to make another trip out here." He clears his throat. "Once that's complete, you'll be authorized to start next Tuesday. Good?" "Great," I smile, my first genuine one in a while. "That's no problem at all. We'll email a copy of them as soon as I get back. Thank you, I got a job." He stands and I follow suit. We shake hands, I offer one last thanks, then I'm on my way. Exiting the office, I head to my car parked in the far corner of the lot. I can't risk anyone snooping inside and seeing evidence that my car has been doubling as my house for the last few weeks. I'm making it work. Turns out, a monthly gym membership is a lot cheaper than a month in a motel. And one get all the hot showers I want, plus the same amenities, and the one. Thankfully, the employees assume I'm a gym rat instead of a homeless woman who needs a place to show it. On the bright side, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm keeping myself hidden haltway across the country. It's a long way from the small town grew up in, and the community hell-bent on making my life miserable. If they're smart enough to check my social security number, there's a good chance they'll call up my place of employment and cause trouble. But it's been weeks since I've left. The coffee can one hid in the back of our kitchen cupboard had been slowly filling with coins and cash for almost a year. It's gotten me all the way to Sky Ridge, Washington, which is about as far away from home as one can be, and I've never been happier. I casually observe my surroundings before unlocking my car door and climbing inside. Pulling out of the parking lot, I drive straight to the local library to use their computers to download my vaccine records from the patient portal back home and send them to Noah. Normally, I would have called my doctor's office to have them fax the requested documents, but once they found out where the records were being faxed to, that information would get back to the council within the hour. Maybe they don't even care that I've left, but I'm not taking my chances. While in the library, I refresh my email again and again, waiting for the offer letter. Chill, Prescott. They aren't going to send it immediately. I've got a few hours to kill. I could go back to the gym and run on the treadmill, but the repetitiveness will make me more anxious than I am now. I've never been good at running in place. I need to be outside where one can be easily distracted by my environment. Leaving the library, I get back in my car, turn on the music, and drive to one of the local trailheads. It's a gorgeous day for a hike. The lot is empty at mid-morning, not unusual for a weekday when everyone's at work. I swap my dress clothes and shoes for some hiking pants, a light jacket, and boots. The way the bluebird sky contrasts against the evergreen panorama is stunning. I come from hill country, but driving northwest to Washington was the first time I ever saw real mountains. So high the tops are cloaked with snow, spearing into clouds. So wide you can't see where they start and end. The second my boots hit the trail, my mouth curves up in a smile. Being close to nature is where I'm happiest. The ground is painted a rich, warm sienna with fallen pine needles. I fill my lungs with the cool, damp autumn air and inhale the aroma of evergreens, letting the content feelings linger in my soul. This could be home. I could swim in these deep forests forever. After only a few short weeks, I yearn to root my life in the mountains. After a mile or so, the forest opens to a clearing, and the sun's rays warm my face as I tilt my head to drink my water. The path isn't as visible in the open, so I follow the cairns, tall stacks of rocks set up by trail crews as a guide. There should be a lookout spot in the next couple of miles. I focus on that objective rather than the phone weighing down my pocket. It's too soon for the offer letter. My thoughts wander as I pick up my pace and take in the landscape, enjoying the occasional marmot that peeks from behind an outcropping of rock like the one chirping at me now. "Hi, buddy. Just passing through." His hand twitches near his fuzzy yellow belly, and I smile as I pass by. Today will be a good day. I will get my job offer, then I'll follow up with the landlord and get that studio apartment. Who knows, maybe I'll even move in before the end of the week. I may not have furniture, but I've got an inflatable mattress. Honestly, the floor would probably feel better than being scrunched up in the back seat of my car like I've been for the past few weeks. Besides, there's always something listed for free on the online classifieds. I've seen the condition of the building from the outside, and if the inside of the apartment is anything like the exterior, here reason it has sat vacant for as long as it has. The place is a dump, but it's about to be my dump. Shithole, sweet shithole. Up ahead is another sign with an arrow pointing to the left for the lookout. I take the route and continue daydreaming about my future here. This is my first time on this trail, but I'm hoping for a killer view at the top of the hill. It doesn't take me long to approach the vista. At the end of the path, a huge valley opens up to a dazzling lake, the sun's reflections sparkling along the edges. Hills and forests go on as far as the eye can see. It's spectacular. Yeah, this could be home.